One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
They see the motion. They see the winds. And the first thing they want to do is, hey, come over here. Come check out my path. They don't get it. This isn't a hobby, this isn't a phase, it's a purpose. And we don't ever go off track. Locked in. Locked in.
Yeah, my focus locked, you can't break the seal. This ain't dedication, you can kinda feel. It's the 5 a.m., it's the 2 a.m., it's the don't you dare disturb me, I am through with them. This is my direction, this is my one way. I ain't got a pause button, I don't stop or play. My goals are on the wall, the purpose in my veins. You come with other options, I'ma stay in my lane. I'm on a path to win it, you can see the tracks. Built it all from nothing, check the artifacts. Every app I ship, every line of code is another milestone on my private road.
He ain't looking left, he ain't looking right. Got that tunnel vision, staying in the light. All that other talk is just good white noise. Whoa. He can't hear the useless past, he can't hear their voice. His focus is the purpose, his team is on the mission. If you're a distraction, you don't get a mission. It's just white noise.
They coming to your life, man, smiling all bright. Yo, I got this new thing, it's a new light. Just forget your hustle, man, come follow me. This is where you really ought to be. But their path is useless, it's a dead end street. It's a trap designed to cause you on the feet. They just wanna leech, them right, they were thieves. They use you for your drive, then they pack and leave. Spit you out all empty, broken off your game. Why they find another person, they can go and claim. I learned that lesson hard, I paid that toll in blood. Now I spot them coming, treat them all like mud. He ain't looking left,
He ain't looking right. Got that tunnel vision, staying in the light. All that other talk is just so white noise. Oh, he can't hear their useless past, he can't hear their voice. His focus is the purpose, his team is on the mission. If you're a distraction, you don't get a mission. It's just white noise. The world is gonna try to pull you from your dream. They'll say you're too intense, they'll try to intervene. But only what you focus on is what will come alive. The rest is just a sound. You silence to survive.
so I don't look at what they're doing. I don't care at all. I don't watch their highlights, waiting for their fall. I just watch my metrics, I just watch my screen. I just watch the progress of my own damn team. Cause that's what really matters. Those who in the trench, building on the same plan, on the same bench. If you're on my path, then let's go and run. If you're not, you're nothing, man. Your story's done. This ain't being cold, this is being clear. My dedication bigger than my doubt or fear. The hustle chose me, and I won't let it down. That's the only reason I'm gonna own the crown.
He ain't looking left, he ain't looking right. Got that tunnel vision, staying in the light. All that other talk is just white noise. Oh, he can't hear the useless past, he can't hear their voice. His focus is the purpose, his team is on the mission. If you're a distraction, you don't get a mission. It's just white noise, just white noise. He can't hear you, he's locked in. His purpose, his goal, nothing else matters, it's just
Welcome back to another Thursday night episode. This is the second Thursday of 2026. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
We have some amazing work to do tonight. I gave you a sneak peek on Tuesday of our flip down clock properly showing on screen. I am so excited. I dedicate my flip down clock to my brother Yakar because he was asking for it for the specific flip down clock is dedicated to Yakar. The idea to bring the timer on screen, because you can ask Junior when he gets here, right? I was not thinking about showing it on the screen, but he's like, what about we making it an option? And I found a very, very cool way that we worked on last week to get it integrated into the screen through the Streamdeck. So I am excited. I am very excited. Tonight we're going to be cleaning up the application, or we're going to be cleaning up the plugin, and we're going to be looking at how we can package it up to be on the Streamdeck store, so that if anybody and the version that we have now, we are going to be charging for that one. All right. And then we're going to work on slimming down a free version where you get some features. Maybe you don't get the flip down clock. You don't get the flip down clock. You don't get, you get maybe one style. You get one style of the timer, maybe the progress bar. I don't know. So we'll figure that out, but we're going to be researching that today. We spoke about that in the Patreon Vibe Code and Chill a few episodes ago. I'm telling you, we get so many great ideas from that. So I can't wait to January 24th where we have our first Vibe Code and Chill of 2024. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal. But where are my manners? I am Tickle Draft. We are engineered to win. That's what we do here. We work on the winning strategy all day, all night. We remove all of the white noise that is distracting us. I'm telling you, like people, they will spend hours and hours talking and discussing things that add absolutely no value to their lives. While we are always working. I do not care what this person did to that person and this person did with that person, all of that other stuff. I want to look in my mirror and say, okay, what can I do to better myself? All right. So we're going to be getting into all of that tonight. We have some great break time topics that we're going to be getting into as well. I like the format that we did last week where we started off with we had our icebreaker, then we had our first break time conversations, then we did our first working segment. That way we ended the show on a working segment and then we got up and out of here. All right. So that's going to be the idea. That's going to be the plan. That's how it goes tonight. We're going to do that. We're going to do the same thing tonight. But first, before we do any of that, give me a second. Give me just a second to do a little bit of housekeeping. Thank you so much for coming into another year with me. Into 2026, we have hit the ground running. We have so many plans for this year and for everybody who allows me to add a little bit more value into if I can just if I could add 1% value into your life, give you an idea, give you a spark, whatever it may be. I just have to let you know that I truly thank you and appreciate you for tuning in to a video here, to a live stream, to a short, whatever it is, however I can add value, however I can, maybe it's a mindset shift, maybe it's a project idea, whatever it is, because my mentality, my philosophy is just start, try it, see what happens, give it a go. And hopefully I can encourage you to do that. So if you have subscribed and I have helped you in that aspect, I just have to let you know that I truly appreciate you from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate you.
And I'll give you a round of applause. I will give you a round of applause. To all of the Tech Coach Off Patreon members, my tech barbarians, my technical explorers, all of you guys, thank you so much for working with me and for allowing me to push you, allowing me to be that thorn in your side. I'm going to tell you this. I felt like a proud parent this past Saturday or this past Sunday at our Scrum night. My tech barbarians, they were on camera for one of them had been on there for the first time, right? For our Scrum night. My other one that I've been working with forever was on camera, surprised me. I was shocked. I was stunned. And they killed it. They did a great job. I was so proud. And I am that thorn in your side. You can ask Rod Brown. When I first met Rod Brown, he's like, I said, why don't you go live? I don't want to show my face. I'm like, yeah, I know, Rod Brown, you have a face only your mother could love. But guess what? After a while, everyone else will love it too. And now he is booming. But I have to give people that kick in the butt so that they can let me give it a try. And if it doesn't work, what's the worst that can happen? 9 times out of 10, once you give it a try, it'll work. And you'll get better and you'll get something out of it. So I'm like, you know what? When I saw them on camera, I was like, this is what I want to see. Get you more confident on camera. Because if you only go on camera when there's a group of people, when you have an interview, or you have to make a presentation, you will freeze up. And I want you get so much practice that you become a natural. So when I saw that, I'm like, yes, this is working. And that's going to go into our icebreaker as well, because I saw there was a super chat on another channel from one of my friends, and it kind of touches into the icebreaker about how you drown out the white noise. We're going to get into that too. But for all of the Patreon members, you guys work so hard day in and day out. And I am so proud of you. You guys are the absolute best.
We the best.
And to my tech mercenaries who allow this channel to go across the entire world, so many different languages, your support is what keeps this channel going. So to all of you, let's go out there and continue to get it, continue to run it up.
Let's get it.
Tomorrow, our last show of the week, we have the Bug Bite at noon Eastern time. We're going to be talking about how leaked identity and access management credentials. And if you guys have watched me on Sundays, you know I am the king leaker. I feel like there should be a pause after saying that I am the king leaker. That sounds disgusting. But credential leaking, I'm referring to. So we're going to be discussing how AWS leaked identity and access management credentials led to crazy crypto mining scams and hacks. So that's going to be tomorrow at noon Eastern time. You definitely want to tune in for that, because if you use AWS, if you use Google Cloud, if you use Microsoft Azure, you want to see what mistakes not to make and how hackers are targeting you. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Sunday, we're going to be going live, Speech App. We don't have a vibe coding show this coming Saturday. It's going to be on the 24th. But I will say that I have dedicated Friday mornings because based on my calendar that Gemini created for me, between so Monday through Saturday, it is between like 6:30, 7 to 8:30, something like that. That is my study time, sauna time, stuff like that. But I am taking Friday mornings to create Patreon videos. So I have a few videos lined up for the Patreon. I need to create the video of how I prompted Gemini to create my work schedule, my work day schedule, like what do I do during the day to organize that, which it came out really good how I exported into Outlook. I'm going to be sharing that. I'm going to share the prompt. I'm going to make a video for it. And I'm going to be sharing the prompting session for the video that I made about how it created my regular day. And I'll even throw in there how I got it to export to Google Calendar for my personal calendar. So if you guys are interested in doing something like that, you'll have the prompt. You can do all of that yourself as well. That's one video. Another video that I'm working on is let me take a look at it. What is the other video that I'm working on? It is, let me tell you right now, I have so many videos that I'm working on for the Patreon. It is going to be crazy. Oh, this is the other video. So I mentioned the other day, I'm taking a class on learning how to do QA for AI, for large language models, for chatbots. And the very, very first part of the class, they were talking about all these metrics, and I was absolutely lost.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
And that's how I felt. I felt like I was in a bind. But I enlisted my bestie, Gemini, and I said, can you help me understand this? Can you help me explain this? Can you explain this to me? Use different ways, quizzes and stuff like that, live projects. So I'm going to be walking you through how I use Gemini to help me understand this. And I'm going to continue to use it to study how you can, so whatever. And I'm telling you, I've seen Magnetar do this for his math classes. And I'm using it for the same reason, and it is helping me tremendously with projects. So I already have the prompt. I already have it exported. It's going to be available in the Patreon as well, but I'm going to be posting a video on how I'm using Gemini to help me learn how to do the different parts of testing. So there's going to be a series of videos for that. So if you're in QA, you definitely need this. So you'll be able to get it at techcoachralph.dev. All right. That is where all my prompts, all that stuff is going to be happening. And also what me and the resume flow team are working on to give Patreon members access to the resume flow application that is part of the current sprint that we're working on, so that if you are a Tech Coach Ralph Patreon member, you get access to, I believe it's going to be the starter plan. That's the middle plan. It's the most popular plan there. That's going to be the starter plan at Resume Flow, so you can upload your resume, get the ATS analysis, and then you can get the ATS analysis, and then you will upload the job description and see how well you match to the job, all of that good stuff. So we have so many things in the works at techcoachralph.dev. You do not want to miss out, all right? Giving you guys benefits on top of benefits on top of benefits, so that you have no excuses. You will not blame me for your failures, because I'm giving you all the tools that you need on the low. All right. So those are all the things that we are working on. I'm staying busy. I am staying busy. All right. Let me check the chat real quick, and then we will get into our icebreaker. Then we're going to get into our first news topic, back to work, news topic, back to work, all of that good stuff. All right. So we got my guy in the building, Junior Largy. Hit me with the what's up, family. What's good with you, Junior? Hopefully you are having a phenomenal day. I know you are. And you're just watching from the clouds. My guy Junior's in the clouds. He is probably working on a masterpiece right now, because my guy Junior, he is one of my inspirations, always working, no days off. And that's why I say iron sharpens iron, because Junior pushes me and I push Junior, and that's how we get better. No complaining, no crying, no, like, oh, but it's not fair. Guess what? We are here to win. All right. But that leads us into our icebreaker for tonight. And the icebreaker is how to navigate the white noise in life. Get things done. So I mentioned I saw one of my friends put a super chat on Anton's channel. Courtney Egger, the Courtney Egger show, great channel, great show, great guy. But he was asking, like, how, when you are growing, between 1,000 subs to 3,000 subs, the same place that we're in at the moment, right? How do you not look at what other people are doing and feel like, oh, I'm not growing fast enough, or I'm not doing this, or should I be doing that? And all that. And I think that it's part of the white noise that distracts us by, why am I not getting results fast enough? And the question is, so my first question is, and these are the white noise questions, right? What is fast enough, right? What would be a quick enough time frame? Because if you look, right, a lot of these YouTube channels who are telling you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, they get their millions of views by telling smaller, like, it's like the millions of smaller content creator channels are watching their video, trying to implement their strategies that 9 times out of 10 do not work. From my understanding, or from what my opinion, when you're a smaller channel, you are going to be growing, and as you get bigger and as you stay consistent, you get more visibility and you get more signups. And it's also based on your niche. It's based on the things you're talking about. And a lot of times, based on your topics of conversation, you might get a lot of subscribers because they like the conversation that you're having. But based on what you're talking about, those conversations don't translate to marketable topics. By marketable, I mean like if you're trying to get like ad revenue and stuff like that, they might have a low cost per click or cost per thousand, whatever it's called, right? So it just depends. And then the other thing is, when you are looking at other people as part of that white noise, you don't know what people are doing to boost up their numbers and stuff like that. You just don't know. So what I always say and do in whatever it is I'm working on, I focus on me. I look in the mirror. I'm like, all right, what is my strategy? Why am I doing something? What is the other benefits that will come out of it? So, and what is my market? Who is my target audience? It's people will try to like, and everything is a distraction, right? When you see like, oh, but we're talking about the same thing, but maybe they've been doing it longer. Maybe they have people to push or promote their site. Maybe they fell for one of those scams where they hire one of these foreigners to quote unquote market their site and do their SEO. But really what the people are just doing is sending it to a bot farm where they're getting a bunch of these subscribers and stuff like that. And it's not necessarily true and valid subscribers. So my method in everything that I do is, all right, what this thing that I'm doing, what is the benefit of it? How can I grow? How can I learn? I'm always looking for a learning opportunity in all the things that I do. And that's how I get rid of the white noise. I don't listen to, like, I will analyze, I will research, I will investigate, but I don't let other people's opinions and thoughts and analytics and whatever it is that they're doing take me away from my mission. You know, research is great, but if you allow random verifiable research to pull you off your track, off your course, then you are going to have a hell of a time. So that's why for me personally, I'm like, all right, what is the goal that we set out to do? And let's go out there and do it. So when I'm thinking about my content, I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I need to, and I want to learn X, Y, and Z. Should I change up everything that I want to do something that I don't care about, that I can't commit to, I can't stay consistent with? Or are we going to say, all right, you know what, let's use our platform for this reason, and these are going to be all the additional benefits, and then we target the people with the same interest, the people with the like mind, and your job, right, is also based on what you're trying to do. Create the group of people, lead the group of people, give them the mindset that is needed to build your tribe, to build your community. And that way you're getting everyone else away from all that white noise that is distracting them. Because a lot of people, they will say that they want to do something, but then when it comes time to, they will be nowhere to be found. And if you put your trust, your faith, your commitment into what other people want, then you're going to be very, very disappointed. So that's why I always say, focus on you. Put yourself, your goals, your ambitions above other people, because they are flaky and they will change. And, you know, like, you have to run your race. You have to fight your fight first and foremost. And those who want to be on your team, they will come and they will follow, and you will build them along the process. But when you are if you think about it, like, you know, the Dave Ramsey snowball effect, like when paying off your debt, when you first start, the snowball is very, very small. And as you continue, it gets bigger. You start like, if we're talking about the paying off the debt, you start making bigger payments and bigger payments and bigger payments. And it's the same way. So you need to build that momentum. Sometimes, some days you're going to get a lot of traction. And some days you're going to get very little. But you have to stay consistent. You have to keep your eye on the ball, because once you start to get a little bit of motion, that's when all the white noise starts to get so much louder, and they are trying to kick you off your positioning, your stance. So you just have to stay focused, stay the course. All right. At the end of the day, the goal is to get things done, to get all the things done, not be thrown off track. All right. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will. What in the world? I was not supposed to do that. I can't even take it off at this point. Oh, well. I just noticed that on my stream, I did not want to do that. I think I clicked the button by mistake so now I'm live on like 2 different spots. I'm on 3 different spots. I see I clicked the dual stream on the, oh, it's going to be a mess and I can't even turn it off, but whatever, we'll figure it out. But on the main stream, it has a vertical version, but I don't want to use the vertical version yet until I can control my, I don't want to use the vertical version yet until I can control the encoder that we're sending to it. So I don't have to use 2 separate streams. I can just use the same stream, but I can say, all right, this is the horizontal stream and this is the vertical stream. But I messed up, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We live and we learn. We'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. All right. But it's a test run. It is a test run tonight. It is what it is. So with that being said, we are going to go to, let me see if there's anything in the chat. I think we are good in the chat. All right, cool. We're going to go to our first break time topic of the night before we get to our first working segment. But we are going to be working on our Streamdeck tonight. Let me see. We are going to, what is our first break tonight? Alphabet, basically Google. They have surpassed Apple for the first time since 2019 in market cap. Let's find out what is going on with that today. All right, so this article is brought to us by CNBC. Like I said, Alphabet's market cap surpasses Apple's for the first time since 2019. And I'll tell you this, I absolutely love Alphabet, Google, and I love Apple, and I love NVIDIA, and I love Tesla. I love all of those. I remember this, right? Last year, around this time, maybe a little bit of April-ish, there were people who, they're like, oh my God, my stocks, they're crashing and burning. Oh my God, it's not right. It's not fair. What are they doing? Why did I vote the way that I did? The market went down to 38,000. Oh my God, no. The world is over. Fast forward to now. I saw that the stock market, the Dow, was at like 49,000 and it was down at 49,000. So apparently there was a major rebound. It's up 10,000 points over the past 8 months or so, whatever it's been. And the stock, like your 401ks, they should be pretty much okay. Your IRAs, they should be pretty much okay. So for me, I'm just like, let's let it ride. Let's let it ride. All right. But Alphabet market cap surpasses Apple's for the first time since 2019. Key points: Google's parent company Alphabet saw its market capitalization surpass Apple's for the first time since 2019. Alphabet's market cap closed at $3.88 trillion on Wednesday, while Apple's market cap closed at $3.84 trillion. The positional inversion in market cap underscores the different direction that Alphabet and Apple are heading in when it comes to their respective strategies for artificial intelligence. Apple's strategy for artificial intelligence is what is Apple's strategy for artificial intelligence? Their strategy is they have no strategy for artificial intelligence. I don't know if Apple is much of a company to buy out other companies, but what they'll probably do at some point is just buy an AI company. I don't know. Maybe they should buy Perplexity. Who knows, right? You guys remember when Perplexity was offering like 30 billion? Was it 30 billion to buy Chrome from Google? And this is literally what Google said to Perplexity.
So that was cute.
That was cute. All right. All right. So let's jump into the article, right? And that is Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google. Says Google's parent company, Alphabet, saw its market capitalization surpass Apple's for the first time since 2019. Alphabet's market cap closed at $3.88 trillion on Wednesday. Shares of Alphabet rose more than 2% on Wednesday, closing at $322.03. Meanwhile, Apple's market cap closed on Wednesday at $3.84 trillion as shares slid more than 4% over the last 5 days. The positional inversion in market cap underscores the different directions that Alphabet and Apple are heading when it comes to their respective strategies for artificial intelligence. And I also think that Apple is just going to end up integrating Gemini into their systems the same way that they use Google Chrome and Google for their search. They'll probably just end up, well, they don't use Google Chrome. They use Safari, unfortunately. Sadly enough, they use Safari. I don't know why they have this need for Safari. Just get rid of Safari. Just go straight Google, all right? Go straight Chrome. Anyways, it says Alphabet ended 2025 as one of the top performers on Wall Street after putting together the pieces for its AI comeback. And did they come back ever, right? In November, I'm telling you, it was like the Patriots coming back against the Falcons. It says, in November, the company unveiled Ironwood, the 7th generation of its Tensor processing units, a custom AI chip that has emerged as a potential alternative to NVIDIA's offerings. Then, in December, Google introduced Gemini 3 to rave reviews. I was raving about them. I'll tell you that. I was raving about Gemini. I love Gemini. I love Gemini. All right. It says, shares of Alphabet jumped 65% in 2025, the company's sharpest rally since 2009, when the company doubled coming out of the financial crisis. Let me read that again. Shares of Alphabet jumped 65% in 2025. That is crazy. CEO Sundar Pichai, I think it's Pichai, has repeatedly said the company is responding to soaring demand. On Alphabet's October earnings call, he said that Google's cloud business signed more deals over $1 billion in 2025 through the third quarter of the year than in the 2 prior years combined. Gee willigers. Says, meanwhile, Apple has remained largely absent from the tech industry's AI race that kicked off when OpenAI launched ChatGPT in late 2022.
Bruh.
Not good, Apple. Apple, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Apple was supposed to launch the next generation of its Siri AI assistant last year, but the company wound up delaying that release. Apple has promised to launch the more personal Siri in 2026.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Wall Street firm Raymond James this week downgraded Apple, saying gains will be hard to come by in 2026. Poor Apple. Poor Apple. Well, that's it. That is it. That is our first topic of tonight. Apple, you need to get back in the race. What are you guys doing? The phones look the same. I mean, although the cameras are amazing, the phones look the same. I think the iPhone Air is ridiculous. You're offering $3,000 headsets that I don't see anyone use. Are people still buying that? How many people own one of those? You have no AI. Step up. All right, step up, Apple. You can do better. You can do better. All right. We are going to see if there's anything in the chat. If not, we're going to get to work. It is time. All right, time to get to work. So let's go over to here. Our flip down timer is absolutely amazing. All right, it's fascinating. So, but we still have some work to do. We need to clean up the application. We need to, which is probably going to mess up my timer, to be honest, but whatever. Let's go ahead and put our first 20 minutes on the clock, and we shall do what we do. All right.
It's time to do.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that little? And it works so smooth. That flip down timer works so smooth, so fresh, and so clean. All right, so let's go. Let me open up our WebStorm and bring it over to here. And I'm going to pull in our Streamdeck software. And so let me share with you what I ended up doing to get this to work right. Because last time we implemented the flip down, it was very not smooth, very messy. And I told you, I asked your car, what do you think about the flip down? And his response was, you needed to get it to work right. That was the only thing he said to me. I'm going to tell you exactly what he said to me. Let me see, where's your car? I said, what do you think about the flip clock? I think it doesn't flip right. That's exactly what he said, word for word. So what do you think about it? Because we had nothing. But my guy, he requires perfection. And I'm okay with that. Says, I think it doesn't flip right. That wasn't a thing. That was a fact. It does not think. It did not flip right. But now we got it. So what I did, here's what I did, right? let me see, where can I find? Let me see. GitHub flip clock. I think it's called that. And which one do we use? Which one did we use? Oh, I think I know. I think I find it. Let me see. There we go. So what I ended up doing, I went to this one right here. This flipdown.js, a lightweight and performant flip style countdown clock, right? And I just said, can you implement this clock into, like, use how they did it here, and I fed it the repo into our plugin so that we can get something similar, right? So I went to their GitHub and I fed the GitHub URL to Kilo code, and it went and did its research and everything like that. See, look at that. We can just do an npm install or yarn add, either clone the repo. So I think we ended up just doing the npm install flip down, and then we integrated it with our plugin, right? So that's basically it. And then we have to end up styling it and changing it. So here is how we have it. So if I go over here, we say, so we have like the visual ring. So this is the countdown happening on the Streamdeck. Can I zoom in on this? No. All right, so this is the countdown happening on the Streamdeck, right? And then we have this overlay with a unique UUID, so that every clock gets its own, so that we can be able to run multiple clocks simultaneously, and also have different overlays. So basically, we have a web browser running on the Streamdeck that's hosting the URL for the overlay that has whatever respective clock that you're using to display. All right, that's basically how it works. Now, and then the other thing I had to do was I had to add this feature so that by default the text is going to be black. So if we take a look at, let me see if we go back over here. If we go over to here, by default, the text was this color black, right? And we had to go in and make some modifications so that we can get the text to be white because it wouldn't look right on this stream. So it can either be black or white. So now, and then you can also change the color of the flippers as well on it. So and I can let's do a quick little example real quick. So if we go let's go over here, we go here, and if I say we change this color to, let's go with this lime. That's not lime. Let's go with this color right here, this limeish green color, and we leave the color as black. And we say copy that, and I'm gonna add a scene onto OBS so you can see this flipper running. I'm gonna do browser test flip, and we're gonna say that. And then if I go and I press that.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
So then you can see this timer running. We probably want to add the ability to change the flipper color as the text on the flipper, because this text right here, this flip down text color, it's only the color up on top. So if we go here, and so I'll take that off and I do it again.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
So now this one is hard to see. So we probably want to add that. So I'm going to go over to, let me take that off for now, or I'll just move it over here just so you can see it running and working. But I'm going to say that on the plugin, we have the ability to change the flip color or the flipper color, but we don't have the ability to change the color of the clock color. Could we add to this is called inspector? Could we add the ability to change the color of the countdown text itself in case a user, well, let's just say that, right? And we will say, let's say code. And we'll send that off. And then while that's doing that, then we'll get to the other stuff, like this font and color needs to change. This font and color needs to change. This thing right here isn't working because this is where we would add custom cues to it. So let's say we want to do one at like a 2-minute warning. We'd be able to do that. And we can say at 5 minutes, at 2 minutes, as opposed to having like the percentages. So I want to have the percentage, but I also want to add the custom cues. So we'll prompt it for that. Let me see what this is saying. I have completed the request. Users can now customize the color of the countdown text in the flip clock overlay. I have updated the necessary files to add the picker. The color picker to the UI, handle the new settings, and this thing's annoying me over here. And apply the chosen color to the overlay. I will now copy the overlay.html to the assets folder directory to ensure the changes are reflected in the plugin. After this, all right, so let's say run that. All right, I've successfully added the ability to change the color. I modified the text, updated the overlay. All changes are reflected in the final plugin build. Did we build it though? Oops. Did we build the plugin? Yeah. I don't think we did because normally I have to approve it when we build it. So I don't think we did. All right, so let's build it. All right, I have successfully added the ability to change the color of the countdown. All right, so now hopefully it didn't break anything. Let's see, so let's go here. Let's go back over here. Flip down color font. All right, so there we have it. So let's say we change that to this lime green. Let's go with the reddish color maybe. And now if we press it again,
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
we might need to restart the plugin, I'm guessing. So we have like, let's say 8 minutes left. So I'm going to close this and reopen it because we most likely, actually, no, give me a second. Let me see something. Refresh. Yep, there we go. I had to refresh it inside of OBS. So there we go. I mean, there it is. I mean, honestly, at this point, we should be able to choose the flip down text color as well. Flip down font color, flip down text color. Yeah, I think we should be able to, like, instead of just having these two options, flip down background color, flip down font color, flip down text color. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. We originally requested that the flip down header text color be white or black with a white with a shadow, or black, but being that we can choose a custom color for the flip down background color and the flip down font color, we should be able to choose a custom color and have the option to add a shadow to any color we choose and be able to choose the shadow color as well for the flip down header. Let me upgrade this to Gemini 3 as well for the flip down header. That way we can be consistent and give the user a little bit more flexibility when styling the flip down clock timer. Let's go with that. We also need to, well, I'll do that as a follow-up prompt. Let's go. Let's keep it a simple task for, oh, simple enough, but let's keep with that task first. And then we'll follow up to give it clearer names. All right, while that's happening, I'm going to go over to Gemini, and I actually need my Streamdeck plug, my Streamdeck one, so it'd be this one. And I'm going to say, let's see, what we are almost done with the plugin. What would be the next steps to make it available as a paid plugin on the Streamdeck plugin store? We also need to make it available to install outside of the Streamdeck plugin store for people who are Patreon members of Tech Coach Ralph, so they can download the plugin from there. Let's end that off. I'm telling you, everything that I do, all my plugins, all my apps, all my softwares, I give it away to my Patreon members because they consistently support me, and you know they give me ideas, they help me collaborate, all of that stuff, right? All right. So this says, this is, let me zoom in a little bit. This is a huge milestone. Moving from development to distribution requires a shift in mindset. You are effectively managing two different products now. The retail version, Elgato Store, and the supporter version, Patreon. Here in your roadmap to launch on both channels. So preparation, do this first. Before you export anything, you must polish the metadata. The Elgato review team is strict. Icon polish. Ensure you have a high resolution icon. You need a 288 by 288 PNG for the store listing and a 72 by 72 for the install category icon. Manifest cleanup. Open your manifest.json, set version to 1.0.0. URLs. Ensure URL support. Ensure URL, your support URL and account URL point to your actual website or Discord. Ooh, interesting. Description. Write a clear, punchy description. This appears in the store. Clean build, delete your node modules and run a fresh npm install and build command to ensure no junk files are included. Part 2, Patreon launch, direct distribution. This is the easiest path that can be done today. Since Patreon members are your inner circle, you distribute the raw plugin file and directly to them. Pack the plugin. Elgato provides a tool to wrap your folder into an installer file. Open your terminal in the project root and run the Streamdeck pack and then the directory of the plugin UUID. Point this to the distribution folder, usually something like this. The output will generate a file named something like that. Distribute on Patreon, create a post, upload the Streamdeck plugin, file directly as an attachment, instruction to members, so the post I would create. Part 3, selling on the official store is more formal. Elgato handles the hosting, taxes, and checkout, and they take a cut, usually 30%. 30%? Good Lord. Similar to Apple and Google, that, I mean, that is true. Become a maker. You cannot just upload a paid plugin. You must apply. Go to Elgato Marketplace for makers. Set up and apply for the partner program. You'll need to submit tax forms and a link to a Stripe account for payouts. Licensing, DRM. When you sell on Marketplace, Elgato wraps your plugin in their own licensing system. You don't need to write payment code. Streamdeck software checks if the user bought the plugin before loading it. The code you may need to implement a small check in your manifest or code to acknowledge the encryption, but Elgato documentation will guide you through the specific flag needed for the paid products. Whew, maybe we should focus on the free one first. My goodness, it's a big process. Set price, choose your tier. Review Elgato tests paid plugins rigorously. Does it crash if the internet disconnects? Actually does it, because it only requires local files and a local web hosting server. Does it work on both Mac and Windows? Ooh, both Mac and Windows. Crucial since you use Node.js. Test your path handling. Interesting. Okay, we'll keep reading this a little bit later on. Let's go back over here real quick, and we will, let's see what's happening over here. Wants to run this, let's do that. And while it's doing that, we are going to go to break, and we are going to get into our next topic, and then we shall get back to working on this, right? So let me see if there is anything in the chat. Let me see. We have on the Twitch side of the game, FR Uno Arena. Nice, bro. What's up? How are you doing? Says May Foundation just passing through to show some. Thank you so much, May. I truly always appreciate you. All right, cool. So let's get into our next topic for tonight's break. We are going to be talking about Uber and Lyft customers overpay. They overpay. What?
How dare you?
When they don't price check. You should be price checking. So let's jump into this article. So this one is brought to us by Johns Hopkins University, the hub at Johns Hopkins University. A study shows that Uber and Lyft users overpay when they don't price check. All right, so let's see what in the world is going on with this. This was written by Maggie Ward as well. It says, think about the last time you took an Uber or a Lyft. Did you check both apps or just book on the first one you opened? Honestly, I have never used Lyft. I don't use Uber. I don't use rideshare much, but honestly, the only time, just about the only time that I use Uber is when I travel for work, and they have a Uber account which automatically pays for everything. So I don't even think about Lyft. I live in a suburban area, right? It's like, if I live downtown, that'd be a different story. If I had to get to the office and I live downtown, I'd probably take a Lyft, because I'm not driving downtown. I'm not paying a parking fee, all that stuff, right? And so that's why I'm waiting for that Tesla Cybercar, or the robo taxi, whatever they call it, because I want to be able to work. I want to be like the Lincoln lawyer, but I have a problem with that. I don't like people driving me around. So how do I handle that? Well, why would I trust a robot more than I would trust a human driving me? Actually, yeah, because the robot shouldn't get distracted by people that's walking around, especially down here in South Florida. Maybe you're driving by the beach and it gets distracted and now it gets into an accident. Nah, I don't want that. All right, it says, new research co-authored by Michael Luca, director of the Technology and Society Initiative at the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School, finds that riders are routinely leaving money on the table by failing to compare prices across Uber and Lyft. The working paper released through the National Bureau of Economic Research and in collaboration with Jeffrey Fawcett of Harvard Business School and Yeja Zhu of Thea Insights, analyze how often the two companies quote different prices for the same ride and how rarely customers take advantage of the opportunity to find savings. It says among 2,238 identical rides in New York City, only 16.1% of Uber and Lyft riders open both apps despite how simple it should be to check a second quote. These search frictions increase platform's revenue by more than 300 million per year in New York City alone. Neither app proved to be consistently cheaper. When I'm reading this, my very, very first thought is, do they have open APIs where you could build an app that's going to be comparing all the rideshare services that are local to you, that says, oh, I need a ride right now. These are what Uber has. These are the Uber prices right now. These are the Lyft prices right now. These are your local bummy rideshare program costs right now, right? The authors audited 2,238 identical rides, which were the same routes at the same time in New York City, comparing prices to Uber and Lyft. For the same ride, Uber and Lyft prices differed about 14% on average, and neither app is consistently cheaper. The smartphone data showed that among riders who opened the Uber and Lyft, only 16.1% opened both apps, despite how simple it should be to check a second quote. The authors estimate that these search frictions increased platform revenue by more than $300 million per year in New York City alone, money that in a more competitive market could instead stay in the rider's pocket. Yeah. You see, and here's the thing though, right? Because people will cry and whine and complain about affordability, but they want someone else to do the work for them to see what's affordable instead of them doing their own damn research, right? Yeah, but that's why I never cry about prices, because I am not the type of person to harp on a price for hours and hours and hours. I mean, I will do this, right? Sometimes if I want to get same day shipping, this is gonna sound really, really crazy, all right?
I'm just being honest.
Sometimes I want to get the same day shipping because Amazon offers it. Amazon Prime offers it, right? But there's not, and I might be like under by like $10, $15. But I can't find anything else that I need to fit that $10, $15. So while I could order this $10 item, $15 item, and just have it delivered tomorrow, I will let it sit in my cart for a week, maybe 2 weeks, until I can match it with something else that I need that I will get the same day, right? So my same day delivery is really delayed by like 2 weeks because I want to just get that same day delivery, but it's not necessarily on the same day, but it's on the same day because the day that I order it officially, it gets there that day, but I ended up waiting like 2 weeks. Don't mind me, all right? Don't mind me. It's weird. I know it's weird. I know that it's weird, all right? It says, let's see. The findings highlight that the search in online markets isn't always as easy as it should be, even when switching between apps requires only a few clicks. I mean, you can have both apps open and pinned as well. They could be like the icons could be right next to each other. Boom and boom, all right? Because in this case, the small barriers to price comparison, such as habit, perceived hassle, or app design, can weaken the competition and raise average prices in digital markets. Small frictions can create a real barrier in digital markets, or people are just too damn lazy. You have it at your fingertips. Like if it really matters, open the damn app, all right? Said Luca, when riders don't compare prices, they end up paying more on average, and platforms face less pressure to compete on prices. I mean, they're competing, but it's also up to you to do. See, but what people want is, no, The government should control the prices.
Do not come.
So they want the government to set the Uber price and the Lyft price. Hold up. Did you guys hear about this crazy thing in New York that's going to be happening that they're trying to implement, saying that if you want to sell your property in New York, that a nonprofit gets the first right to purchase your property. So you can't sell it to whoever the hell you want to sell it to. You have to make it available to some nonprofit team that they have. And if they deny it, then you can go to offer it to somebody, to like someone else. And then you have to come back to make we're gonna review that on Sunday, but that sounds absolutely absurd, right? But that's what people want. That's what the very fine voters in New York voted for. Down here over my dead body, right? Just no pun intended. after what happened yesterday, I'm just saying.
I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
All right. It says Luca's work points to broader challenges in the digital economy and direction for policymakers to explore. We should aspire to a digital economy that empowers consumers. I mean, how much more empowering do you need? We took desktop computers with 3.5-inch and 5-inch floppy disks. Yes, 3.5-inch disc and 5-inch floppy disks. These big, heavy computers, these CRT monitors that were they were heavy as hell. We took those and we turned them into one of these, into a phone. Where is it? Into a phone. We turned it into a phone that and it's touchscreen. You just use your damn thumb to click on a button that says Uber, and right next to it that says Lyft, and you just say, "Oh, this is the address that I want to go to." How much more empowering do you need? We took $2,000 slow old dinosaur desktop computers and we turned them into these super fast, high powered 6-inch devices. And we still need to aspire to a digital economy that empowers consumers. Get the out of here, Luca. See, and this is the thing, right? Just because these people work for these John Hopkins and Harvard and all this stuff, it doesn't mean that they are not stupid. All right, I'm just saying, with all due respect, he's not. I'm just saying, all right. Just with all due respect, with all due respect, that makes it okay. You see, they always want all they ever want is legislation. Go and sit down in the corner. No soup for you. All right. Effective policy needs to account for the ways we engage with digital markets and how this affects competition and consumer well-being. God, these people are so annoying. They are so annoying. Let us be. Give us free. Give us free. All right. Like, come on. Everything does not need legislation. If you have the ability to have Uber on your phone and Lyft on your phone, you'll be able to have an account. You can have Uber Eats, you can have DoorDash, you can have whatever you want. Let us be. If people are too lazy to open 2 apps, then let us be. Like, are you serious? And I'll tell you this, right? I'm gonna give you a little bit of competitive insight. Let's say we get another rideshare company. So you have Uber, Lyft. Let's say you have one that's called Lyft. Let's say we have one called Drop, rideshare company called Drop. And they say, you know what? We have the best prices. And how do we have the best? And we'll price match. But how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to make our API open. So now you can build another app and you can pull in our pricing and stuff like that. So that you can say, this is where I'm going, this is where I'm coming from, yada, yada, yada. And now in this app, you pull in their information. That is going to force other rideshare companies to open up their APIs as well so that they can be so they can be pulled into other apps. So now that enables other users or other people to create apps that are going to be comparing, and now let the best software win. So Drop puts themselves inside of, like, they open up their ecosystem so people can see their prices. Let me just see real quick. Does Uber have an API? Look at that. Uber does have a suite of powerful APIs, application programming interfaces that allows developers to integrate Uber's core features. Oh, look at that. They already have it. So you can just put it into an app where you're comparing the prices of a trip. So is there an app that compares ride share prices? I can't with these people. There's an app that already do it. Obi compares Uber, Lyft, Waymo, Curb, Bolt, and many other local taxis and ride shares, offering significant savings of often 20% at global coverage in over 175 countries. What? Ride Guru acts as a search engine for ride shares, taxis, and limos, allowing you to find specialty rides, pet-friendly kids, and calculate surge prices, supporting over 50 companies. I can't stand you, quote unquote, smart intellectual people, right? I know that makes some people mad when you question the intellectuals, but why do you need policy for software that already exists? Anyways, says Luca's previous work has examined a broad range of digital platforms, including ADP, Airbnb, Alignable, Facebook, Instagram, Wayfair, and Yelp, using economics and real-world data to measure how technology affects consumers and markets. His research and managerial writing has informed companies and company and policy decisions, from steps Airbnb has taken to mitigate racial bias. Oh, there we go. Here we go again. I'm telling you, to policy efforts to address fake reviews. Building on his own research and work with companies, Luca launched the Technology and Society Initiative to assess and improve technology's societal footprint. All right, so basically, he just does this to get to create a nonprofit, to get funding and stuff like that, to say, hey, basically, it's like a lobby group for the government, like for politicians and stuff like that. That's what I'm seeing at this point. That is what I'm seeing at this point. It is not the government's job to do the homework of the citizens. If you want better prices, has anybody ever used the Flip app? The Flip app is where you get all the circulars for your zip code, and it gives you all the deals that are happening. But it's you have to do the work. You have to do the work. Stop being a loser. Stop being a loser, right? The initiative engages with faculty affiliates, postdocs, research assistants, doctoral students, and works regularly with companies and policymakers to bridge research and practice. Organizations interested in sharing data for research, collaborating on field experiments, or learning more about the initiatives are invited to contact TSI to explore opportunities. You know what?
Do not come.
I shall pass. All right, I'll pass. I will pass. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm just being honest.
I'm telling you, these people, they are the inspiration of the Victim Olympics. I personally do not participate in it at all. Whenever I hear victim talk, and I don't mean like real victims, or like people who victims of crimes and stuff like that. I mean people who are they have the mindset of perpetual victims. That is not my forte, not my style. I will willfully and gladly pass on all that. All right. But let's check the chat before we get back to work and see what happens. Junior says racist.
Do not come.
You know what, Junior? Normally I don't play this for Junior, but Junior, you get this one this time, all right?
How dare you?
No, we're not doing that tonight. We are not doing. We had enough. We had enough race talk and victim Olympic talk the previous night. We're not going to bring that into our ecosystem tonight. All right. I'm just saying. I am just saying. All right. Hey. Okay. We are going to jump into our next working segment.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's all messed up on the mobile one. Let's not do that. Let's go here. I'm fixing it on our mobile view. There we go. Our real mobile view, not the mobile view that this live stream is creating. I was like, what in the world is going on? But it is what it is. We live and we learn. Gotta look at what I click on before I go live, of course. But, we do what we do. We do what we do. All right. So let's go over to here. And it says that I have successfully updated the plugin to allow custom colors and shadows for the Flipdown header text. Here's a summary of what was done. Added new color picker, updated the logic to apply the specific header text colors. You can now, all right, so can we make sure that the what is this thing over here? Oh, that's the test web. Can we make sure that the header, or that I don't know what to call it, that the labels for maybe I can do that myself though. Let me see if I can do that myself. All right, so let's go to over here. Ooh, okay, there we go. Why does that say 30 seconds, but this says 1 minute? Something must not be right. Why does that say 30 seconds with that? Something's not right. Let me see something. 0, 1, 0, 0. 0, 30. Okay, now it's working. All right, that was weird. Header. Oh, there you go. Header text color. Okay, cool. That's good. So let's say we do this one to be. Well, let's say we do this color. And we say, okay, we enable the shadow. And we do a minute on this one. Turn that to 0. And we say, let me add it to the vertical view as well. So that we do test flip. Actually, we don't have to. Oh, do we? Yeah, we do. All right, so let's give it a try. We are going to.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
And let me refresh it just in case. Oh, I need to go ahead and put this over here. Let me refresh this just in case. Test flip. Refresh. There we go. Nice. So we can customize our plugin colors. I love it. I really, really love it. That is beautiful. Let me make it bigger over here so you can see it. Sweet. That is awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. Shout out to your car. Shout out to Junior for giving me these amazing ideas. And then we just took it to the next level like we always do. We just need that little spark. And that is what I mean by iron sharpening iron. All right. So Now that that's over with, let's go ahead and clean. Oh, let's do this. The cues are not working. So if we go over to here and we go here and we say at, so if we do a minute, let's say at 50 seconds, we should have the neighbor gasp, and we say, so at 50 seconds, we should hear a sound. Let's see. Let's try it again. So,
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
so once it gets to 50, we should hear a sound, but I don't think we're going to because it's never worked before. Nope. All right, cool. So I'm going to take it off and I'm going to start a new task. I'm going to say the add new cue section isn't working. I have chosen a sound file, and when it gets to that particular cue, the sound doesn't play. All right, so also the look and feel of the add new cue section doesn't look good. Can we clean up the UI for it? All right, so let's go ahead and do a debug. And I'm going to send that over as a new task. And then we shall see what happens with that. But we do want it to, we want that part to, we want our cues to work. See something as well. We can go over here. Nothing on. Okay. All right, while it's doing that, let's go back into our Gemini. Let's see part 4, the strategy hybrid model. You now have a version management challenge. Version A store protected by Elgato, version B unprotected free for members. How to manage this and Git. I recommend keeping one code base. For Patreon, you run Streamdeck pack locally. This creates the unlocked version. For store, you upload the same file to Elgato. Elgato server wraps it with their DRM wrapper during the distribution. Immediate next step, for your immediate Tech Barbarians Patreon goal, run the Streamdeck pack, test the resulting file on a different computer, or run or uninstall your dev version and install the packed one to ensure it. So what I'll do is I will pack it, and then I will maybe we'll do a test pack. Maybe we'll do a test pack tonight, and then I can try it on my other laptop, and then also try it on the I hate testing on Windows, but try it on the Windows computer as well. And if anyone had, like, if Junior, let me know. Do you have the I think they charge for it though, but do you have the Streamdeck iPad or iPhone plugin where you can control, like you can use your device as a Stream Deck? They also have, if you're using a computer, they also have a virtual Stream Deck as well that this also works on. So that would be a pretty cool way to try it out on even on mobile devices. Let's see. Test the resulting file on different computers, or install your dev version and install the packed one to ensure it works. Upload to Patreon. Would you like me to help draft the README installation guide text for your Patreon members? Yes. Yes, please draft the README and installation guide for the Patreon members and for the GitHub repo. Well, maybe I have Keto do the GitHub repo one. Let's leave it at that. All right, so while it's doing that, let's go back over here. And what is your malfunction? Edit unsuccessful. Why are you failing to edit? Could not apply diff, could not open because another editor opened it in the meantime. Come on, man. All right, so add new queue logic in inspector HTML to correctly retrieve file path. Clean up, add new queue UI. Add debug logs to counter to verify milestone registration and queue triggering. Verify sound playback. I have successfully added the address issues. UI cleanup, grouped hours, minutes, and seconds input into a single row under that for a cleaner, more compact look. Added a background color and better spacing to the add new queue container to visually separate it from the list. Functionality fixed the issue where the selected sound wasn't being picked up, but the Twitter script wasn't correctly capturing the path. Added an event listener value. Updated add queue button to use this tracked file path, ensuring the sound is correctly associated with a new queue. Debugging and verification. All right, let's go and take a look at. Go here, go back here. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty, I must say. So let's do this at 50 seconds again. And let's go and do it again.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
So now let's see at 50 seconds, are we gonna get this? Are we gonna get the gasp sound? The moment of truth. No. All right. So let's get that off the screen then. And you know what? Let me do this. Let me reassociate the sound. Let's go to sound effects and let's use. Let's use this one. Why don't we? All right. So now, but it didn't save it. Oops. Oh, wait, maybe I had to click on add queue. Okay, maybe that's what it had to click on add queue. So now let's try it again. What? That's not right. Oh, wait, I changed something else. Hold on. So what? Wait a second. This one should be How Dare We Speak Merry Christmas. And then, yeah, neighbor gasp. What? Oh, let's try that again.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
And then at 50 seconds, we should get the neighbor gasp. Nope, not getting it. All right, good to know. We are still not getting the sound played at the inserted queue. We have it added, but we hear no sound or indication that, and we might have to restart it, might have to build it, but the thing is I see it though. We have no indication that it has been, I have no indication that it has been captured. Can we add a check mark next to that queue when it has been hit? Let's try that. Debug mode again, send that off. But I'm very, very happy with this. The amount of customization that we were able to do on our flip clock. And I'll tell you this too. I'll tell you this. This is not limited to OBS. you can run you can run this on different applications. So let's say you use Ecamm, you should be able to use an Ecamm. For Streamdeck or for StreamYard, I don't know because this is a local. Well, you know what? I think you can for StreamYard. I think you can. You won't be able to do the sound in StreamYard, I don't think. But you should be able to do, well, I don't know about the sound, but I know you should be able to use a flip clock possibly in StreamYard. I'm going to try it out afterwards to see. Updated the counter TS to send Q fired event to property inspector. Update the inspector to listen for Q fired and show check mark. What about the sound though? Verify audio service path handling and add existence. Let's see. Updated the play method to decode URI encoded file path. This was likely causing the file not found error, and as Streamdeck might pass encoded paths. All right, so let's go back to here, go over here, and it's not saving our queue either, so that's not good. So it might not even be registering it to at the end of the day, right? So let's go here, and we say neighbor gasp. Make sure it's not overwriting. Okay, add queue. Right, and
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
And let's see what happens. Nope, not happening. But and then if I go off of it and I come back, you see it's not saving it. So what if I were to change this from 0 to 30? And then we take that up, and then we go off on here. We come back. All right, so that's saving. So what's actually happening is when I go away, so the sound still isn't happening next to the file name. Okay, the sound isn't still happening for the queue. And when I leave the button on the Streamdeck and come back to it, it doesn't have saved the queue that I added. So I don't think it is officially being saved or registered. Let's go to debug again. All right. I'm telling you, some things that seem like they should be like super easy. It's all right. So I have addressed the issue where audio cues were not persisting or playing back correctly. Updated the initialization logic to correctly load audio cues from global settings immediately when the inspector connects. Remove redundant logic that was potentially overriding the queue array on re-render. Update save settings to immediately update global settings. Sound playback resilience. The audio service now decodes URI. These are changes that ensure that. All right, let's try. Give it another try. Let's go here. Come back here. And if we say, let's do at 20. Add queue. We go here. We come back. Do we still have it? We don't have it. It's not there. So I'm gonna. Let me. I don't want to close it because then I'll lose. Might have to rebuild the plugin. Do we need to rebuild? Do we need to build the plugin? It's like it's not registering the. It's like half registering the changes, so I'm not sure. So when in doubt, run the build. And if we go here, let's say 20. We go here, add queue, that's there, go back. Is it there? It's not there. So when the timer runs out, I'm going to restart the Streamdeck.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I am going to restart the Streamdeck to see why. Streamdeck. Go here. That saves. Let's say 20. Add queue. Go off of it. Come back to it. It's not saving. It is not saving. And it's probably still not playing the sound. Let's go to.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
Wait for. Yeah, still not working. Let's send this prompt off and then we will go to our last break. The queue sound still isn't saving, or the queue still isn't saving when you leave the button on the Stream Deck app and come back to it, and the sound still isn't playing. I'm gonna just start a new wait, I thought I did that. Hold on. I thought we did that. I'm gonna exit and start back up just to be safe. Let's say we do quit Stream Deck, open it back up, and we go here. We set this to 25, add queue. We go away, we come back. No, it's not, still not there. All right, cool. So start new task. I will just press it just to be.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
Just to make sure that the sound isn't going to play, but I don't think it is. Nope. All right. All right. Let's start a new task. I'm sending that off and now we can go to break. All right. So we're going to go to break. We'll figure it out at some point. But let me see if there's anything in the chat. If not, we will go to our last topic of tonight. We got Maddox in the building. What's up, Maddox? How are you doing? I use mine for Pomodoro, Pi hole blocker, and the stock screener. Shout out to you, Maddox. How are you doing? That is absolutely amazing. So happy to see you over on. See, I told you I was going to come back on Twitch. I told you I was going to come back on Twitch, and I am there. Right? Right now, we are on Twitch, we're on X, we are on YouTube in like 3 different ways on YouTube, unfortunately. That is my bad. Let me see. But not bad though. Let me check the other stream. Not bad tonight, I must say. Not bad. We're doing all right. Okay, so we are going to jump into our third break time for tonight. We're gonna be talking about China's BYD takes down Elon Musk and Tesla as the world's biggest EV seller. China says you might have gotten to the Venezuelan president, but we have taken down Tesla. Let's see what's going on. This is going to be a YouTube video. Let me see. Let's go over to All right, let's watch this together.
Tesla has lost its position as the world's biggest seller of electric vehicles. The Chinese car maker BYD is now in top spot after its sales rose by nearly 28% last year to 2.2 million. Its American rival, owned by Elon Musk, saw its car sales drop to 1.6 million in the same period. Theo Leggett reports.
It's the biggest car maker in China. Now it's taken Tesla's crown as the top seller of electric cars worldwide. And so far, there are no signs of the brakes coming on. A few years ago, BYD was almost unheard of outside China. Now it has 1,000 dealerships in Europe alone, and it plans to have another 1,000 by the end of this year. It's expanding aggressively worldwide, and it's trying to take market share by offering...
Do you think that BYD is going to make it to the United States of America? I mean, we banned TikTok and eventually... We were going to ban TikTok, and then we took TikTok to become an American company. We blocked DJI drones, although we still use a bunch of products that are made in China. If China wanted to target us, they could put stuff in our Nikes that we pay hundreds of dollars for, in our LeBrons, in our Jordans, in our Adidas, and all the different products that we use, in our iPhones, in our Androids, right? But what do you think about the BYD car making it to the United States of America? Do you think it's going to happen? And should it happen? Should they sell the BYD electric vehicle here in the United States? Or are you limited to Tesla? Now Ford isn't even making electric vehicles anymore. Should you be limited to Rivian, to Lucid? What would be the price of the BYD compared to Tesla? Let's keep watching.
Relatively sophisticated electric cars without a hefty price tag. It's proved a powerful combination, with sales of EVs rising 28% last year.
The proposition is electric cars at prices which regularly undercut European manufacturers they can produce them more cheaply. That's very appealing. The biggest barrier to going electric is pricing.
Take over, Elijah, take over.
Meanwhile, Tesla's sales have been falling. There's been controversy over the US firm's talismanic boss Elon Musk, whose political activities have polarized opinions. But it's also been criticised for failing to update its range quickly enough.
Tesla seems to have kind of forgotten the golden rule of the car industry, which is you don't stay new and exciting for very long. Tesla's had very long product cycles and has not been introducing new cars as rapidly as its competitors, especially its Chinese competitors.
China's faced criticism for providing its car makers with heavy subsidies, meaning Western brands struggle to compete on price. But cutthroat competition in the country's car market has also driven a race for new technologies. BYD's built this supercar that can drive itself and jump over obstacles. It's also developed a system that can give an electric car a full charge in just 5 minutes. But Tesla and its maverick boss may not be too worried.
With over 75% voting in favor. Approved.
Tesla's investors recently approved a massive pay packet for Elon Musk. It could be worth
over 75%. I mean, I appreciate the 75%, but who the hell are the 25% who try to stop me? Huh?
How dare you?
They have some nerve, I tell you.
Up to $1 trillion. That's because the company now seems far more concerned with developing self-driving taxis and humanoid robots than everyday runabouts, and Mr. Musk's leadership is still seen as essential. If he succeeds, the road ahead for Tesla could still prove highly profitable. Theo Leggett, BBC News.
I'll say this as well, right? And let's not forget this. Tesla is not a car company. They are a technology company that sells a car, that sells cars. They're a technology company that one of their products is a motor vehicle, an electric vehicle, right? But they have humanoid robots. They're an automation company, a battery-powered automation company. They have solar panels. They have like house batteries. They have charging stations. They have their whole fleet of charging stations that you find at gas stations. You can put a charger at your house. You can buy a car from them. But then now they're introducing the robo taxis. I forgot I think in maybe it's Austin, Texas that they have the robo taxis rolling out. They're gonna have that bus. I'm waiting for my cyber cab or robo cab, whatever it's called, cyber cab I think it's called. I'm waiting for that. If BYD is only a vehicle company, a car manufacturer, then Tesla might be like, yeah, cool, you sell more cars than us, but we don't care as much about selling the cars. We care more about the different products that we're launching. So we never cared about selling that many cars. We're going to sell the cars, but we want to push these other products as well. Like when they have that Tesla cafe that's being managed by the humanoid robots, that is cool, right? But that's how you continue to stay ahead. So while BYD is catching up, like, oh, and they said that it is heavily subsidized. We just took away all of our EV subsidies. We're like, we don't want that anymore, right? I don't want to own your Tesla. I don't want to pay for your Tesla. So you pay for your car, I'll pay for my car. How about that, right? How about that? But China, in order to win, they are heavily subsidizing the BYD car is what they reported. So is it really topping the sale? We reviewed the other day about Ford taking a $19.5 billion loss on EV cars. And I think it's because they're not being subsidized anymore. You're not getting $7,000 to $8,000 back for buying an EV, right? So now, while China's heavily subsidizing BYD, it just means that the people in China who can't afford BYD cars, they're paying for all these other people in all these other countries who make a lot more money than they do to buy BYD cars. So their taxes are paying for foreigners to them to drive BYD cars. How you like them apples? That's how the cookie crumbles, all right? Checking the chat, and then we are going to get into our last working segment of tonight. Let's see. Maddox says, it should come over. Competition is better for the consumer. That being said, I hope Corsair pumps up the RAM production. The way my home VMs are running, I need more RAM. Honestly, Maddox, I don't think we'll ever have enough RAM. This laptop, because when I was getting this laptop, I was debating between a 96 RAM of memory versus the 64 that I have. And my cousin said, once you get past like 48, it doesn't make that much of a difference. I need it. Running Docker, running mobile emulators, running all these different IDEs, running like streaming live on OBS to like 4 different platforms. They take memory. Docker, that takes memory. So I probably should have went for the 96, but next laptop, either 90 or 128 gigs of RAM, 2 terabytes of hard drive, of SSD hard drive, and an M5, whatever the number of GPUs that we're going to go with that. That's how I see it. While I have this comment up, let me fix this over here on the vertical stream. Where is chat messages? Let me fix this one real quick. Let's go like that. And I'm going to move. I'm just fixing how it looks on the mobile view so that we can get a little more. There we go. Cool. All right. With that being said, Maddox says, I have 64 on the workstation now, 128 on the server. Good Lord, that is a lot of memory. That is a lot of memory. All right. we're going to jump into our last 20-minute segment. Let me restart the Streamdeck software before we do that. And then we will jump into it. So we are going to Streamdeck, and I'm going to quit, open it back up because the plugin just built. And the reason that you're seeing the thing in the corner is because the Streamdeck is running its own web server. So let me go. Let's start up to 20 minutes.
It's time to do.
Let me actually go and refresh the timer over here. Let's say we refresh. And then this one, we refresh. All right, there we go. And let's go ahead and take a look at over. Did I press? Okay, I pressed the wrong one. I always do that. I'm just going to remove it. Let's go over to here, and we are going to take a look at this one again. Let's see what changes they made, actually, before we do that. Let's see. What did you do? So modified serve the types.ts to add queue string. I don't understand why the audio is having such a hard time, because we have audio already playing, so it shouldn't be that complicated. Updated action counter. Let's see, is missing or empty. Updated the UI inspector to save the audio cues as a JSON string into a new hidden SPI text area field. Simplified action to remove the empty file path log spam, though the main fix for the sound not playing is likely persistence fix above. I've rebuilt. I now need to address the specific user complaint about the sound not playing. The log showed successful play requested, but also audio helper binary not found. How are we using audio helper binary? The helper or play sound is working, but may not be finding the So I'm going to try it out, but we had to remove the audio helper because we are not using it anymore because of, let me see if I go away, come back. Is it saving yet? Okay, so I think it should work this time. Let's go.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
Let's go. That is awesome. So that's working. But yeah, we weren't using the, it seems play sound thinks it's playing. If the user can't hear it, it might be an audio service or a play sound, which uses AF play on a Mac. Usually is outputting a different. However, the user said the queue still isn't saving when you leave. They strongly suggest the persistence was the main blocker for the automated queues. If the settings weren't saved, the plugin wouldn't know to play anything when the timer hits that mark. All right, so that's working now. So we're good on that part. Let's go to, excuse me. All right, so let's go to, so that's working. So now let's add another queue. Let's go to, say at 20 seconds, we're gonna add a queue for, let's go with Mo Money. Add queue. And I didn't see
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
The check mark for the, so that's not adding the check mark. But oh, what just happened here? All right, no. Okay, we're good. Let me refresh this one too. Let's go to refresh. All right, so that one is working. We're not getting the check mark. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say start a new task, and the audio and queue is now being saved, but And this is how I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to say inspect. There's a developer tools in Streamdeck. We're going to go to here and I'm going to say the if I expand over here and I wonder what color. So if I say color white, font, family, inherit, no inherit. Let's say, I don't know what font that is. Font sans serif. Okay, we are going to say, I say it's, but there is no green check mark once the Q has been hit next to the time or audio file name. Also, we have a UI issue where certain labels such as duration, appearance, OBS, overlay, let's say labels / titles, OBS overlay, add new queue, the queue time and file name are formatted differently. And or have a different CSS style from the rest of the plugin. It seems like the other parts of the app inherit from default Streamdeck styles, while those parts default to black Times New Roman font. Can we get all of those to be consistent? And add some excite to the input fields and buttons that captivates the user with better modern day HTML CSS styling. Let's go with that, right? To put the finishing touches on our plugin, our Streamdeck plugin. And then if that works, we can try doing our pack command. And I can push this up to GitHub as well. But we are getting there. I think we spent about a month working on this. Maybe, is it less than a month? When did we start working on this? I think it was like maybe the second week of December. So yeah, about a month or so. And look at all that we were able to do. working about 2 hours, maybe even less than that. About an hour, 3 segments, 20 minutes, about an hour every Thursday night to push it to this limit, and getting some great insight from our friends Yakar, Rod Brown Jr., Magnetar. And the cost, we're gonna analyze the cost for this application, but it's gonna be very minimal for this plugin. I do wonder the cost though, like, because I have never used Copilot or Claude Code or any of those assistants. I've only used Kilo and like Gemini web console, right? So I do wonder though, like, because I'll say for this past month of all the work that we did in December, my Gemini API credits came up to like $60, but that was like, we did a lot of work with the speech app, with the time cost calculator, with this app. So we like 3 separate apps, and we're like production readying them, you know? All right, let me see what it says here. The issue involves 2 missing parts: missing visual feedback, green check mark, and the property inspector when audio cue fires, and inconsistent, outdated styling of the UI element. I will update inspector.html to add a style block to modernize the CSS, ensuring the input fields, buttons, and text inherit a consistent dark mode theme, matching the Streamdeck interface. Implement a direct WebSocket connection within the function. This ensures the send to property inspector events sent from the plugin backend when the queue fires are correctly received and dispatched to the document, triggering the green check mark logic. This is necessary because the current implementation relies on an event that may not be dispatched by the Streamdeck PI component. I will update the to-do list. All right. So, all right, it's doing it. And then what we're going to do next, we're going to try to pack the plugin so that I can try it on different computers. All right. Let's go back to Streamdeck. Go over here, go back over here. Ooh, wait, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So let's go over here. And this looks good, 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 good. And do we still have our queue? That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That is so drop dead gorgeous. But wait, why does it say, hold on. We should have more money. Let me go back over here, come back over here. That's still same. Oh, I noticed a little bug.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
Let me see if it's gonna play more money though. But I noticed a bug. At 20 seconds, what are you gonna do? And I still don't have my green check marks. Okay, so we found a bug. And why did it?
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
I just noticed something. After the second cue hits, it stops the countdown. Huh. Okay. Found another issue. What if I remove that one? What happens?
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
At 25. Okay. Something's not right. Because I just took it off. Ooh, it's not saving when I remove. Interesting. Okay. Let me... Oh, something's up. because if I go, oh, something happened. So the countdown is happening, but it's not taking the, okay, so something's wrong. Something is wrong. All right, so the updates happened, but let me try that again.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
So this one is kicking off. Okay, the updates happened, but the button, the countdown isn't being reflected on the button. Let me see if I make a change to this number. Let's say we do this to 1 minute or 1 second. Let's say we do 0. See, it's not being registered. Yep. Reflected on the button. When I change the numbers or add a, do I have to restart or add a queue? I shouldn't, because I can see the updates. Or add a queue. Or add a queue. It defaults, like when I go to another button and back to it, it shows what was there before. And when I add a queue, yeah, let's just go with that. I don't even know. I'm not really sure what I'm prompting right now because I'm not really sure what's happening, but let's go with debug. Let's see what happens. So close, so close, so close. The user's reporting changes are not being saved or reflected properly when navigating away back. The settings revert. Also, the countdown button itself isn't updating correctly. Suggests the set settings might not be called correctly. I'll start by examining how settings are saved in the inspector. The issue where the countdown isn't being reflected on the, and all right, indicates the settings are not being persisted. Okay, to manually fetch the values. Now I need to address the second part when I go to another button. Yeah, they probably changed something that messed it up. Okay. Let's go to here and back to here. If we do a 1 in there, not seeing it happening. I'm gonna have to close it out and open it back up, unfortunately. Let me close this out. See, it's not being, I think I'm gonna have to, I really don't want to do this. All right, we'll put it at 2 minutes when we come back. So let's say we quit. And yeah, I see how the things aren't even being registered. Streamdeck. And let me refresh that. Okay. Okay. And that one. Okay, so now if we go back over here, we put that at, see, it's not picking up. It's not picking up. All right, we're gonna finish. We're gonna get this back working again. The changes still are right. Do we need to build again? The changes aren't saving. Let's see. Let's see. It's thinking and talking to itself. Let's get this working before we get out of here. It's probably the green check mark that messed it up. Pretty sure it's the green, because the styling doesn't really make much of a difference, but I'm pretty sure it's the green check mark that messed it up. Okay. Okay. All right. Says the build completely successfully. Now the plugin binary should fix. All right. Let's wait for the final information. Okay, so let's see. We go here. We go here. We go here. Oh, nope. So let me close that out. And let's go back to Streamdeck. See, it's not picking up. It is not picking it up. The style looks great, but it's not picking up the, if I remove that, I go over here, come back. It is not picking up the time changes. I'm going to start a new task, right? Because sometimes it's a lot easier to start a new task, right? So when I change the time on the hours, minutes, seconds, duration, it is not registering it for the duration of the countdown. And let me see something.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
So it starts, right? It starts, but it doesn't change the.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
And it keeps it at, all right. For duration, when I change the duration and start the countdown, it doesn't start with the duration that I entered. When I switch to another button and back, it still has the previous duration. Let's go with that. I want to get this working before I get out of here, because that was the, I'm pretty sure the green check mark did that. But a lot of times when you try to force it to fix it within the current task, it end up burning a lot of tokens and stuff, and it gets stuck in the context. So that's why I'm forcing myself to continually start new tasks. But it looks great though. Like I love I'm wondering if we need to, the same way that we have this here, we should probably implement that for the duration, right? It'll look a lot cleaner as well. Make the duration up here look like the time for the add new queue, which I would love to do, but we have other pressing matters at the moment. Which one is this one? Vertical. Refresh. Let's see if we can get that to work before we get out of here. Let me see while we wait for that. Let's see. Get that working. Let's see what it's doing. I wonder, it is so weird. All of a sudden it stopped working. And it's having trouble fixing it. Like, why? And I will probably, hopefully it doesn't break too much stuff, but I'll probably request it on my own to like, after you get this part working, I'll probably request it on my own to like, hey, just update this over here to look like this, so we can move on from there. Verify logs with user interaction, fix the root cause based on log findings, add comprehensive logging, add manual save triggers to duration inputs. Previous context assumed done. Okay. Okay. The life of building software live, right? You never really know what obstacles you're going to run into. I think like, because we had similar issues on Streamdeck, where, not Streamdeck, building the OBS plugin, where you'd make a change and then like things would go totally haywire. So you just something you got to deal with. Add comprehensive logging. Let's see what we got. Do the build. Verify logs with user interaction. So it's going to ask us to use it. And then, all right, switching to debug to guide the user reproducing the issue. Let's go to here, one. All right, what do they want us to do? No, I haven't said it yet. While it's doing that, I'm going to exit out of Streamdeck and open it back up. And let's say we do a 1, still not registering. Okay, verify. I'm gonna press it.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas?
It starts at The duration is not updating. All right, so it found the issue. The duration is not updating correctly because the new settings are not being properly applied when switching between button or saving. I need to fix the save settings function in an inspector and potentially how settings are handled in counter.ts. Okay. Also, interestingly enough, the countdown still happens on the plugin, but it's not taking it away either once it gets to 0. Yeah, something is not up. Something's not working correctly. Let's let this finish and then we'll get out of here. I need to go and schedule the short for tomorrow morning, the bug bite for tomorrow at noon, and I want to watch, while I'm doing that, I'm going to watch an episode of The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. Let's go and run the build. Let's see if we can get that working and then we'll get out of here. Class dismissed in just a few seconds or a few minutes. All right. Rebuild the plugin to apply the TypeScript changes. Let me close Streamdeck out again. Quit Streamdeck. Open it back up. If we go to here, we set the 1. I don't know. Don't look like it. Might have to fix this on my own. I'm not happy about this. 20. Go away, come back. Don't like it. It's not registering the changes at all. Well, it is what it is. When I change the values, they are not saved. All right. Well, I'm gonna mess with it for another 30 minutes on my own time. But we made a lot of progress. Just at the very end, as usual, some minor dumb thing happens. But that is the life of development. That is the life that we live. Hopefully by Sunday, we have that resolved. I'm just going to prompt my way to getting it to figuring out how to fix it. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let me get this off over here. Let me just clean up our act a little bit. We will do a refresh. And a refresh. Well, it claims to have fixed it, so let me take a look at this real quick. 30. If not, no, it's not. All right, I'm gonna mess with it on my own. Anyways, we are going to wrap it up for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Thursday night episode with Tech Coach Ralph, building software, reviewing the news, giving some insight and feedback, all of that good stuff. I want to check the chat one last time before we get up and out of here. You guys, we have my guy Junior in the building saying great stream as usual. Shout out to my guy Junior from the clouds tonight. Shout out to my guy Maddox for tuning in over on the Twitch side of the game as well. Shout out to everyone who watched and tuned in. Hopefully you found great value in this stream and how I worked through stuff using AI, using Gemini, using Kilo Code, my background in testing and software development, all of that good stuff. Hopefully you found value in that. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to drop me a comment and reach out to me. Join techcoachralph.dev and send me a message, all of that good stuff, because I'm learning, you're learning. I'm here to collaborate and win with you. real quick, I'm going to be, all the clips, all these working segments, they're going to be being pushed to another channel that is going to be dedicated to all of these working segments. It's called Techotrough Labs. I am uploading the videos to it now and organizing it. So very, very soon, hopefully by next week, I'm able to start publishing it. And so just that way it keeps that channel clean, so you can find all of the tech work. And here we're going to be doing our live streams, our live streams, and our candid conversations, our software explorations, our bug bites, and the clips from our breaks, and our icebreakers. And then the other one is going to be strictly how we work on stuff. So that way we can have it better yet organized, and I can put a lot more of the content for the work that we do and not only the fun stuff, right? And then we'll cross promote and stuff like that. All right, but that will be very soon. On our way out, resumeflow.app, upload your resume very soon. You can link your Patreon membership to it so that you can get an account. Techotrough.dev, join us for Vibe Code and Chill. I'm going to be recording some videos tomorrow to be posting hopefully early next week. That's everything. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Techotrough, we are out.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yeah. Tired of the same results. Tired of looking at the scoreboard and always being on the wrong side. Something's gotta change. It starts now.
Yeah. Woke up, tasted ash in my mouth, same four walls, staring at a life heading south. Bank account's a joke, looking like a typo. Stuck in the loop, a vicious cycle. Taking L's like they were complimentary. My whole existence felt elementary. Stuck in first gear, spinning wheels in the mud. Drowning my potential in a half-hearted flood.
Same excuses, different day. Promise I would change, then I look away. But the pain is staying just the same. Got heavier than the guilt, hotter than the flame.
Something snapped, a switch got flipped. Tore up the old plans, hit a whole damn script. Looked at rock bottom, said I ain't coming back. Time to build a new road, time to get on track.
I was done with the losing, done with the pain, done with standing still in the pouring rain. Now it's focus, discipline, a brand new vision. Wrote a new life, made a new decision. No more looking back, the old me is dead. It's all about the hustle, all the steps ahead from the ground up. Watch the new man rise, yeah, I'm building my win right before their eyes.
The alarm clock rings, it's 5 a.m. Old me hit snooze, but I ain't him. Lace up the sneakers, pavements, my new priest. While the rest of the city still sleeping on the beach. Turning notifications off on the phone. Can't build an empire if you're never alone. Got my mind right, tunnel visions engaged. Felt like I was locked up, now I'm breaking the cage.
It's the small habits, stacking them tall. Reading to new pages before I even ball. Every rep in the gym, every dollar I save is another tombstone on my old self's grave. They say, man, you change, you ain't the same. You're damn right I'm not, I just rewrote the game. Focused on the mission, cut the static noise. Traded short-term fun for the long-term joy. I was done with the losing, done with the pain, done with standing still in the pouring rain. Now it's focus, discipline, a brand new vision. Wrote a new life, made a new decision. No more looking back, the old me is dead. It's all about the hustle, all the steps ahead from the ground up. Watch the new man rises, yeah, I'm building my win right before their eyes.
And now the wins, man, are starting to stack. That opportunity I missed, I just got it back. The projects are quick, now the ship is live. The ideas in my head, now they're set to thrive. My whole circle's different, check the new crew. It's mentors and builders, people seeing it through. This ain't luck, this is crafted, this is by design. This is sweat equity, making what is mine.
The mirror looks different, see the fire in the gaze. No more fog, no more walking in the blurry days. Shit is chapter 2, the resurrection's begun. The old me lost the battle, but the new me won. This ain't just a phase, man, this is life change. Rearranged my whole world, stepped up to a new stage. Yeah, from zero to hero, from broken to build. Shedding all the weakness, shedding all the guilt. I was done with the losing, done with the pain, done with standing still in the pouring rain. Now it's focus, discipline, a brand new vision. Wrote a new life, made a new
machine never break. Sometimes the battery hit red. I ain't stopping, I'm just rebooting. Why the bounce back? Go! Go! Eyes heavy like I'm lifting weight with my eyelid. Brain foggy, feeling like I'm stranded on an island. Coffee pot empty and the energy is silent. Fighting with the demons in my head, getting violent. Staring at the screen, but the progress isn't moving. Spinning on the wheels, tell me what am I proving? Body aching, bad breaking, losing all the grooving. Every single step feels like I'm just losing. Working 24, but the needle barely nudging. Feel like I'm a hammer, but the wall isn't budging. Burn on creepy, yeah, the shadow is a trudging. Doubters on the sideline, yeah, they always judging. Is it worth the stress? Is it worth the hypertension? Did I make the turn? Did I lose the dimension? Need a little break, need a little intervention. Before I crash out and I lose the retention. Man, I'm feeling fried, sucker to your sizzling. Vision getting blurry and the rain start drizzling. Hustle feeling heavy, motor vision and fizzling. Waiting for the steak, but I don't hear the sizzling. But I can't quit, now I can't to the flag. Even when I'm dragging and I'm feeling like a rag. Got too many gold packed inside the bag. Gotta push through even when I hit the lag. Just need a minute, just need to close the blinds. Disconnect the server, disconnect the lines. Lay the head down, let the body unwind. So I can wake up and get back on the grind. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Hold the high for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. They sit in the stands with a popcorn ready. Praying that my knees buckle, hoping I ain't steady. Wanna see the downfall, wanna see it messy. Wanna see me crash like a stolen Chevy. I see the side eyes, hear the whispers in the dark. Waiting for the flame to extinguish the spark. They wanna see the dog loot a bite in the bark. But I'm a gray white swimming like a shark. If I quit now, man, they win the whole game. If I slow down, they gon' tarnish the name. Gotta feed the fire, gotta feed the flame. Satisfaction that they seek is a damn shame. I ain't gon' give it to them, never gon' fold. Story of my fair is a story never told. My desire to win is worth my goal. Bigger than the hate that they tryna hold. So I take a rest, yeah, I hit the pillow hard. Reboot the system, pull the ace from the car. Keep the haters locked out, stand in the yard. While I recharge the battery and lower down the guard. Just for an hour, let the new runs reset. Wake up cleaner than I ever been yet. Ready for the war, ready for the threat. Gonna make them pay every single little debt. They want me to crumble, they want me to crack. But I bounce back like a rubber on the track. Sleep is the weapon, get the mind intact. Then I hit the gas, never looking back. I'm burned out, but I ain't bowed out. No, just need a nap, then I'm back on the route. Close the eyes for a second, shut the world out. Wake up a beat, scream and shout. I can let them see me lose, I can give them that. They waiting on the crumble, waiting on the splat. My drive is too big, yeah, I'm taking it back. Just a power nap, then I'm back on attack. Okay, I'm up now, wipe the crust eye. Looking in the mirror, no more disguise. Demon on my shoulder, yeah, he finally died. Energy is peaking, reaching for the sky. Thought I was dumb and you must be crazy. Thought the burnout meant that I was getting lazy. Vision was blurry, now it ain't hazy. Pushing up Daisy, now I'm pushing Mercedes. Word didn't change, but the mind stay with flip. Got a new Mac and I put in a clip. Haters looking sick, yeah, they starting to trip. Watching me ascend while they sinking in the ship. Progress was slow, now I'm moving like speed. Planting whole forest when I planted the seed. Satisfy the want, satisfy the need. Made the competition turn around and bleed. I do this for the win, I don't do it for the likes. Coming up the mountain while you riding on trikes. Heading for the top, yeah, I'm planting the strikes. Running up the score, yeah, I'm racking up strikes. Turning the engine, failure's not an option. Turning every obstacle into adoption of a new method. Yeah, I'm swapping in, I'm copying. Only thinking is the records that I'm popping. Burner was a lie, it was just a little test. Put a head down, got a little bit of rest. Now I'm back stronger, pounding on the chest. Put me to the trial and I iced the question. Yeah, I'm wide awake now. You shouldn't have blinked. I can let them see me lose. My drive is bigger, be a head, be bigger than a hate. Back, better work, 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 better work. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Ho, get it. Ho, get it.